right, Chapter 17, the reproductive systems. We're going to be starting off with the human life cycle. So the reproductive system is going to be responsible for producing gametes. Gametes are going to be egg cells or sperm cells. This is going to be the haploid stage of the life cycle. So females are also going to be responsible for protecting and nourishing the developing fetus until birth. Males are going to be responsible for producing, transporting, and delivering the sperm. Females produce and transport eggs. Then they develop those fertilized eggs. Now, the testes and the ovaries are going to be responsible for producing sex hormones. Those sex hormones bring about the masculization or feminization of the individual. Now, the process of this life cycle is going to occur in several stages. This is ultimately going to be controlled by our DNA. DNA is going to be the genetic instructions. It's going to be distributed among 46 chromosomes within the nucleus of most body cells. So each individual out there has 46 chromosomes. Now, although you have 46 chromosomes, what you have is actually 23 pairs of chromosomes. Each pair contains one chromosome from both parents. So you have 23 different chromosomes. You have one chromosome from your mom, one chromosome from your dad. That means you have a pair of each type of chromosome. This is going to occur for all 23 chromosomes, leaving you with a grand total of 46 chromosomes. During most of the life cycle, cells are going to divide by mitosis. Mitosis is also known as duplication division. This is where each one of your cells is going to literally duplicate itself and then split in half. Each of the cells that exit mitosis have the exact same 46 chromosomes. So although you start off as a single-celled organism, by this point you're much more complex than that. You do this by undergoing mitosis. Each one of your cells makes a copy of itself and then splits in half to replicate. Mitosis does continue to occur throughout the course of your life. It's going to be used for growth and repair of damaged tissues. Meiosis, on the other hand, meiosis is going to be very similar to mitosis in that we're replicating our cells, but in this case, the purpose of this cellular division is going to be for reproduction. So this is only going to occur, the process of meiosis is only going to occur in the testes during sperm production and the ovaries during egg production. Meiosis is also called reduction division, and the reason why is because when we reproduce via meiosis, we are going to be reducing the number of chromosomes in each cell. So you're going to start off with a diploid cell, a cell that has 46 chromosomes, or pairs of each type of chromosome. And you're going to divide that down into a haploid cell, or a cell that only has 23 chromosomes. Each parent is only going to contribute 23 chromosomes to their offspring. So this is going to require two stages of division called meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. This is going to be responsible for producing our gametes, also known as our sex cells, and also for introducing genetic variation. Now I know I just threw a whole lot at you, and there's not a lot of information written down on this slide. Don't worry, we have an entire chapter devoted to mitosis and meiosis. So we're going to spend quite a bit of time on this a little bit later on. For now, I just want you to understand that we have a life cycle. There are a lot of different stages, and this is where we get our genetic variation. So please don't worry about anything that you don't see written down on these slides for this first section of 17.1. I promise we're going to have an entire chapter devoted to mitosis and meiosis, and we're going to go through that duplication division and reduction division again. What you really need to know is that after meiosis, we have haploid cells that develop into gametes, either sperm cells or egg cells. Each cell has 23 chromosomes. When they combine together in fertilization, we're going to have a single individual with 46 chromosomes. So you have 46 chromosomes. Your partner has 46 chromosomes. When you produce your egg cells or your gametes, you're going to, your egg cells or your sperm cells or your otherwise known as gametes, you're going to reduce that number from 46 down to 23. And then when the egg fuses with the sperm during fertilization, we're going to have an individual with 46 chromosomes. That fertilization is what's known as a zygote. A zygote is a single cell formed by the fusing of the egg and the sperm. because both the egg and the sperm have 23 chromosomes. The zygote will have a grand total of 46 chromosomes. Without meiosis, the chromosome number in each generation would double. So if you contributed 46 chromosomes and your partner contributed 46 chromosomes, your offspring would have 92 chromosomes. And their offspring would have 184 chromosomes. So we do have to reduce that number before reproduction can begin. So here, really, the only thing you should have to worry about for this first section is comparing the functions of the reproductive systems in males and females. Briefly contrast the two types of cell division in the human life cycle. Really, what I want you to know is that mitosis is used for growth and repair. Meiosis is used for reproduction. That's it. That's really all I need you to get out of this section here. And then also explain the location. Where does meiosis occur? Where does gamete production occur in males and females? All right, that's it for this section. Please let me know if you have any questions.